Hey everyone, I'm going to install my backup camera now and have the camera here. I took off the license plate, but probably didn't need to do that, but I was actually kind of fishing around a little bit to see whether maybe drilling through there was a good idea. But what I decided to do is right above where the license plate is where those lights are, and there was 4 Torx screws there, so I pulled those down and I was able to pop this out and kind of look behind there. But I'm going to run the wire behind the license plate in here, and then into this cavern, whatever you want to kind of area you want to call this here, and then over to my light, hook it up to my backup light. Then from the backup light, I will run it to the inside of the car. I think what I'm going to do, you can go 2 routes. You can go up high and run it across the top along the edge, or you can snake it down and put it through the car into the back. I'm going to go lower just because this being black and the car being black, I don't have to worry about anything coming down from the headliner, and it'll just be on there. So the next part, I had to actually take this light out, and there's 2 screws here. Sometimes you'll find them here depending on your car on the side, so that I could run the wire into here. So let me go ahead and take that off. Well, once I got the light bulb out, then I realized that there was a little kind of rubber socket in here to where the wiring comes through. So I took that out, and then that allowed me to hook it up to the backup light here. Okay, so this took me maybe about an hour to do, but essentially what I ended up doing was putting the camera right here, and I'll put the license plate over here. Ran this wire right to here underneath this back part of my car. From that, on the flip side, I had to actually remove this inside part with the bolts here, and every car is gonna be a little bit different, but I had to remove the inside fascia here so that I could then find what spot I could take the wire from the outside through to the inside. Then from there, I ran it over here behind this piece, and I just snapped it back in place as those little clips. And I ran the wire connector over to here. Sorry. So you can see where the wires are. Now what you want to do is make sure on your light, determine which connector is your backup lights and which one's your regular lights. And I determined that the backup light is this one right here. And I did that by having somebody else get in the car and put it in reverse while I was standing back here. Plug this one in alone, plug the other one in alone, and when this one was in, it was the backup. When that one was in, it was not. Then what I did too, and is really important, is to make sure you know which is, obviously on here, your black is going to be your negative and your red's going to be your positive. Here you want to make sure the same thing. So what I did was I actually put these wires in the pins in here. Let me show you what I mean by that real quick. Anyway, it's getting late. I'm struggling getting this thing open, but basically I put the black wire and the white wire. I put the black on the black, the red on the white, and then just flipped it too, and made sure that my screen turned on. From there, it was pretty easy. All you have to do then is run your wire the rest of the way, and I ran it up over the top over here, and you can see here how it's not 100% perfect in, but it's in the trunk anyway. So I ran this over to here, and then I connected this onto this pipe here, this tube here that puts wires into the car. Zip tied that, and then ran it over on this side around to the back of the car here, brought it right to here, up in here, and then ran it all along there, as you really can't see it. And then inside the car, came over here and lifted the seat up. And again, it's the same concept with almost every car, but pulled the wire down through here, and then basically buried it all along the edging of the car. Just pushed it in with my hand. Over here, I actually popped these little clips up, put the wire in there, ran it through here again, right under here, just tucking the wire in as I went along. Then went over to the front, did the same thing, tucked it under here, lifted this up, brought the wire right to here. As you can see, I have it a little bit exposed there, but while I'm here, I'll just tuck that in too. And now that's hidden. Went all the way up here, brought it over to here. You can see it a tiny bit right there, but I can tuck that in as well. And then up over here, and then around to here. Now I may not keep it here. I may actually move it to the center of the car, but I'm going to try it out for now. So essentially that's there. Now this particular model came with a crimp, which is nice. I'll show you what that means. These two crimp connectors will allow you to put cut the wires in the wire connector here, so that you can connect the camera wire to the backup wire, and one of them will go in each one, put it down, and then crimp them in place, and you'll be all set.